Hello friends, welcome to the School of Sports. In this video, I'll be explaining double scoring in pickleball. I know it's really complicated, but I'm going to make it very easy for you to understand how scoring works in pickleball doubles. Now, if you don't know how pickleball is played, I have a separate video, Pickleball Rules, how to play pickleball, beginner's guide, that explains how pickleball is played, what pickleball is beautifully. I would want you to watch that video before watching this video, because once you know how pickleball is played, we can talk about the scoring in doubles. So let's get started with scoring in doubles. Now, when we talk about scoring in doubles, here you can see there's a team white and team yellow. In team white, there's a player A and B. In team yellow, there's player X and Y. And in scoring, you see there are three numbers. So what does those three numbers represent? In singles, there are just two numbers when we talk about scoring, but in doubles, there are three numbers. So what does those three numbers mean? Well, the first number is the server score. So since here the white team is serving, however many points they have, it would be the first number. The first number is the score that the serving team has. Now the second number is receiver score. How many points the receiving team have, that is the second number. The third number is basically a new number. So first two is like singles, server score, receiver score. The third number is server number. So because in doubles there are two players, this number would be either 1 or either 2. This number is 1 when the first player of team is serving, and this number would be 2 when the second player would be serving. Okay, so how the match gets started is 0-0-2. If you see A is player 1 and B is player 2, now because B is serving, that's how they start. The starting is not 0-0-1, they start with 0-0-2. Now because player B is serving, this is 2, and since we just started match, it's 0-0. Now player B would serve, and it's a good serve, and X hit an outside shot. So if you don't know what just happened, watch my previous video how pickleball is played. Now if you do know what happened here is X hit the ball outside, so the serving team won the point. Now remember, the first number is for serving team. Because serving team won the point, this becomes 1. The receiving team still has 0, and because B was serving, B won the point, B would continue to serve, so this would still be 2. Now B would change the side, because like in singles, after every serve they change the point. Now because B is going to serve here, X needs to go back, and Y needs to go back, and probably X would come forward. So Y goes back, X comes forward, and the score is now 1-0-2. 1-0-2. B is going to serve, and it's a fault serve. This is kitchen, so serve in kitchen is fault. Now what happens here is, because this is their second serve, they lost the point. Now what happens is serve goes to the receiving team. So here, because right now the white team A was serving, they had 1 point, so we called it 1, and the receiving team yellow had 0, we called it 0 and 2. The new score would be, because yellow team would be serving, they have 0 points, it would be 0, and receiving team would be white, so they would have 1. And since yellow is serving first time, this 2 would be 1. Now out of Y and X, because X is on the right hand side, X would serve first and it would be called 1. So X comes back to serve, B comes forward, and this is the new score, 0-1-1. Y 0 because team yellow have 0 points, Y 1 because receiving team white has 1 point, and Y 1 because it's the first player from yellow team who's serving. If they win the point, first player continue to serve. If they lose, it goes to Y, and then this 1 becomes 2, and then if they lose the point, then serve goes to the white team. Okay, so let's see what happens here. X serves, A hits it into the net, so yellow team won the point. Since they are serving, they won the point, it becomes 1. White team's point still remains 1, and the third one remains 1 because X is serving, the first player is serving, they won the point. Now they are going to switch the side. X goes to the other side to serve, so after every serve you change the side. Now X serves again. Good serve. B hits a good outside shot. So again, yellow team wants. So since they are serving, they got a point. It becomes 2. For white, it remains 1, and it's 1 because X won the point. Since X won the point, they change the side again. X serves again. Good serve. A hits it back into the net. So what happens? Yellow team won a point. This becomes 3. This still remains 1. This remains 1 because X is still serving. X changed the side and is going to serve to B. So B goes back. A comes forward. And now here X serves. Good serve. B hits an outside shot again. So they won another point. This becomes 4, 1, 1. And they change the side again. Here X is here. So 4, 1, 1. X is serving. Good serve. A hits a good shot. So they won the point. So this time the white team won the point. Remember, X was serving. X was number 1. Now they lost the point. So serve goes to Y. So this would become 2. The 4 would remain same because they didn't get any point. Now team white didn't get any point, so that would remain 1. But what happens is this 1 becomes 2 because yellow team player X was serving. Now yellow team player Y would serve, so that becomes 2. So the score would be 4, 1, 2. They would not change side if serve changes. Remember, X was serving, he's here, and now they lost the point, so serve changes. So if you see, the player would not change, but serve would change. Earlier they were serving from here, now they would serve from here. So either if you win the point, you change the side. If you lose the point, then you change the serve. That's how it works. Here Y serves. B hits a good shot and A hits a good shot again. So now if you see, Y was serving, he was number 2, and they lost the point. Because they lost the point, now serve goes to white team. Remember, player 1 would serve. If they lose the point, it goes to player 2. If they lose the point, it goes to other team. If player 1 is serving, they keep winning, player 1 will keep on serving. If they lose, it goes to player 2. If player 2 keeps winning, they would keep serving. If player 2 loses, it goes to other team. Now how scoring would change, because this 4 represent yellow because they were serving. Now the white team is going to serve. How many points do white have? 1. So we would say 1 first because white would serve now. Then who is receiving? Yellow. So we say 4 for yellow. And then what do we say? 1 because the whites are serving. So here team white is going to serve 1 for 1. Since this is player 1, player 1 is going to serve. If player 1 wins, continue to serve. If player 1 loses, it goes to player 2. Then player 2 continues to serve. If then white loses, it goes to team yellow. And again, it depends upon the format. One team might need to win 11 points or 15 points or 21 points. It really depends upon the tournament. So I hope you got the idea now. The first number is server score, whoever is serving, how many points do they have. The second number is receiver score, the team that is receiving, how many points do they have. And the third number is server number, whether it's a first server or second server. I hope it's very clear. If not, comment below what's your doubt and I can resolve it. Thank you so much for watching this video.